between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taking it about the 1, Thomas. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Quickly to the air is Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Did the previous week. You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Gets through, and now an opening. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Broncos. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 15. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Right back to him on first down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner? On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Eight yards to go on second down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up. Now the ball comes loose. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Easy.
Now they'll pitch it out here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And returning it, here's Hamler. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're tough.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich from 6 yards away. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there.
It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Second and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they'll hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as